Hello, hello, Shabbat Shalom. I'll be fully honest here. This is definitely the very first time that I'm absolutely nervous. 100%, I'm honestly kind of terrified. This is not going to be, by any means, like any of the videos I've done before. If you've seen my content before, you're familiar with this doesn't help. Hold on. Been chewing on these little suckers since I was like 6 years old. Terrible habit. I have the worst fucking teeth. Anyway, so you're probably familiar with me. Usually, always just going freestyle. Okay, structure is not my friend. And I'm going to try my best this time to actually address the live chat. So hello to you. That Desert PQ Global. Hello, that's Lori, the lovely Lori. She's got a lovely channel. There's a lot of lovely people here today. Okay, a lot of you I want to thank for the positivity, the motivation, the inspiration, and to those of you that have been sending information, like really, really useful information. Thank you. Because I do believe the combination of our efforts is something that gives me a little ray of hope, a bit of inspiration. I find myself even right now as I'm speaking, thinking about, no matter how insignificant and small, the fact that I know that there's people out there that hate some of us, or me. It does. I can't help it. It bothers me a little bit. It doesn't ruin my fucking day. I promise you that. But I guess that's kind of why I've brought myself here to this point. All right, and I'm going to do my best. Remember, this is different, and I need to point out there is a true friend, all right, a real-life friend I have that she needs somebody. She needs somebody there. She did a huge, amazing thing today, a huge step in her life, and as much as I feel like I need to be around and keep, my finger on the pulse of everything that's going on, because, my God, everything is happening so fast. It's almost insurmountable. It's overwhelming. It's, again, I use the word terrifying sometimes. I'm very much like everything has happened so fast in the past couple of weeks. Like, I don't even know how I feel anymore. I just know that I have a passion for speaking, finding the truth, so on and so forth, and bringing unity. I want to do that. That's my life's ambition. That's why I did a show for 3 years. Progressive Patriot is a representation of two ideologies, philosophies, two different sides of the spectrum that I know people don't think belong together. That's why I put them together. So with that, I'm going to get right into this, and then I'm going to entertain the chat for a moment, and then I have to go and take care of a friend. She needs somebody. I'm going to be that somebody. So bear with me if this is cheesy, and please, before you judge, before you rush to any conclusion, hear out what I wrote today. Writing, I'm good at it sometimes, right? Obviously, it's not my comfort zone, but this is something I needed to put thought into before I said it out loud and made it live eternally on the internet. And I think a lot of people forget that the internet is fucking forever, And I'll be referencing that. So here we go, and let me be the first to say I write like chicken scratch. Okay, sometimes I can't even decipher my own reading. It's like reading hieroglyphics, but I didn't really study it, so I'm gonna figure it out in real time. But okay, bear with me here, and here's what I got to say. I can't believe how much I wrote. Jesus. All right. First, I was trying to write things to explain why I feel the way I do. Then it turned into a message. So here we go, okay? Prepare for the anti-anything upchurch people that by proxy will associate you with all his videos regardless of any of his views changing from then to now. To some, I am judged with no redemption. The majority of the odd fans, like OnlyFans, but more revealing, I am irredeemable, and they do not actually listen to my content. They don't care. And I get that. I have to accept that. I am now on some sort of small little fucking stage. I'm not letting it go to my head. I'm trying to stay with my feet firmly planted, okay? I'm very aware of what's happening. I'm trying not to lose myself in that. You have to be sincere and speak the truth to yourself. Otherwise, you'll find yourself lying to everybody. It is easier to condemn than to try to understand. The status quo typically is about a general comfort of thinking the things that are or go wrong generally sort themselves out. Similar to trusting, say, every official report given by our system. By system, I mean like any, government agencies or police departments. Or think of like the police investigating themselves, and we rely on their official report statement and trust that they'll all do the right thing. That's what I mean by the system. Oh, losing your place would not be becoming right now. Okay. This is not always bad in most cases. We do have a generic public trust in this system. A system that is meant to serve us, and some would be right in saying it usually does. However, it's a big however here. It would be a mistake to keep a blind trust in any system. Blind trust is dangerous. Sometimes it's foolhardy, sometimes it's ignorant or overly ambitious. I'm adding some words here. Questions and skepticism should not be deterred. More often than not, they should be embraced. However, no, I didn't write however. Like anything though, like anything in life, there is definitely a negative side. Even something as simple as being a skeptic can go radical, and it can get unhinged. Just like a religion that is all about, beauty, peace, and love, we have zealots. They exist. So, in any pocket, faction, group, there are people that maybe go too far. But who is the arbiter of truth? Who is the one that gets to say what is too far? That's a society thing. That's something we all got to figure out together. I understand the division in our country. Doing a political podcast for 3 fucking years really opened my eyes. I started out as a fucking diehard blue no matter who liberal, and I evolved into a Trump supporter. Okay, that I'm just feeding some context here to paint this picture that I'm trying to convey, and I hope it comes across as sincere. And some people will never be convinced that I'm sincere, and I cannot afford to give a fuck. So I understand the division in our country, be it politics, religion, philosophy, or what fucking channel to watch, what fucking gum to chew, what fucking PlayStation, Xbox. We love conflict. It is a very primal, natural response we have. Conflict. Peace is hard. Jumping to fight comes easier than working things out. We are compelled to strike first. Then we are to comfort. I can see just, as I look at the human condition, it's far easier to go on the attack and throw the first punch than it is to try to understand one another. That's literally something that can't be fixed. Only worked on. I must admit something. Since the latest Upchurch video, which this is not the whole reason I did this, but it did bring this to fruition, so to speak. I know I'm not the only one. And to be 100%, I'm tired. Tired of allegations and fear. Tired of so many of us so ready to fight. Being on the defensive 100% of the time, every fucking day. Seeing good people like Breaking Fetters, Seafowls, and Dusty, all the people I've met. Seeing them just like by association have to defend their fucking name because of something that went so fucking crazy. It's these innocent victims that are breaking my heart, really. I didn't write that down. Tired of so many of us so ready to fight, being on the defensive. It is an exhausting life. I am not going anywhere. I pursue the truth and unity. I look to expose darkness, but sometimes for our own mental health, we have to find more ways to find joy and comfort. Social media can build a strong network of strong souls, or it can tear us apart into war. And I see it doing just that. I see everybody that's eager to be amongst others that only agree with what they think. I got very accustomed to that, not only on every social media platform that I use and utilize or whatnot, but on the podcast Stuck in the Middle that I was on for 3 years with my best friend Josh. I saw time and time again. That's why I feel, unfortunately, that show that we put our blood, sweat, and tears, man, 3 fucking years every fucking week, 3 times a week, we tried to send out a message to call out corruption where we saw it on both sides. We tried to be, all about transparency, consistency, integrity, and holding everybody's feet to the fire. And that's a message that no algorithm would pick up or push. Nobody seemed to want to be challenged. People want echo chambers and confirmation bias. They want to know that they're right. They're not interested in critical thinking, is my concern. So, believe it or not, there's one more part, and then I gotta take care of that friend of mine. I want to ask every single one of you, whoever's watching this video now, later, or whenever that time is, individually, to forget that there are sides and factions. You, from me, my voice that you can hear, to your heart. What if, okay, and just humor me, please. Just humor me. What if you find out you were or are wrong about something? I don't know what. I'm just proposing that. What is your first honest response? Because I think I can say with some amount of confidence that some, if not many of us, on all sides, are both a little right and or a little wrong. I do not foresee anyone at this point being 100% right with the sheer amount of fucking theories out there. Please use your heart when you use your mind, when you think about this. Not a one of us, not me, not you, not anybody, is infallible. We gotta remind ourselves, people, we're all fucking humans, okay? We're taking life real serious, and we are dealing with some real serious shit. Okay, there's a lot of ugly stuff that's come to light, and it's not that it's gotten out of control. Maybe it's always been out of control. I heard a clever quote once. We all already know everything. We just pretend that we don't, so that we don't fucking go crazy. Just an interesting little thought and tidbit that I read at some point, and it stuck with me. Another one, when it comes to everybody's pursuit of truth, which is something I'll always seek. How does it go? The danger of getting what you want is having what once you wanted. To me, that makes a lot of sense. Whenever the dust settles and we all have some kind of fucking truth that makes sense, it's not gonna be a truth that we want, expected, or that will maybe help us sleep at night. This is not a movie. There is no written happy ending for any of us here. We're all just on a little fucking speck in the grand scheme here, and we're fucking literally like running ourselves crazy. I'm not giving up on anything. I still have all the information, news, all the things that I'm still looking into, and the names, like just this one video though. I don't want to mention any other names. You know who I'm going after and I still want to talk to, and the mods. I still have things that I want to ask. I still have things that I want to learn for my own selfish reasons, because me, like many of you, we share this thing called being a human being, and a lot of us feel more comfortable when we get the truth. But just remember, sometimes that truth is not always what we expected, wanted, or any of that, whatever it is we're going to hear or find out. just be prepared. And that's all I've been kind of thinking on, meditating on, before I found myself here tonight. And aside from, feeling like I'm indebted to a whole bunch of new people that I feel so blessed to have involved in this journey that I'm on, I still have people that I'm much closer to that I owe a lot more to. And this is the friend that I'm talking about. I'm not going to put her on blast. She is no part of this, and I don't think she wants to be. She did a big step today in her life. She needs a friend. I'm going to go be that friend. Normally, I'd stay on and, make another video and hope it does well, but tonight is for my own humanity and to not be selfish. And that an act of not being selfish is me not committing to feeling like I need to be on for a couple of hours. I'm just going to go out tonight on a Saturday. I worked hard today. I have a double shift tomorrow. But tonight, I want to be there for a friend that I adore and I respect. Please, guys, don't forget, in this crazy world that we're in and all the fighting that we're so busy doing, that there are people that rely on us and care for us. We owe it to them that they support us in our endeavors, even when we get a little lost, fall down the rabbit hole, so to speak. We need to remind ourselves that they're there and show them that we appreciate that. And that's what I intend to do. So briefly, as I promised, let me look at the chat. Let me see. I did intend to kind of go. See, I see the questions. I see all this, and I don't want to. Where's Josh? Okay, well that I'm willing to answer. Josh is still. I walked away from Stuck in the Middle to pursue my own endeavor here, my own vision, my own passion. I did offer, talking about this on the show, and it didn't go well. And him and I mutually had a conversation, and here I am. He has full access to join me on this venture journey. He has yet to figure out that the show that we spent 3 years together making, where that's going to go or what's going to happen with it. I am happy to guest host on there, but right now I'm not ready to go back, and that's as far as I'll go. I'm not going to turn this into an Ask Me Anything. And I know once if I start reading these questions, it's going to turn into something and it'll completely deviate from the message that I just spilt my heart out for. So, namaste, okay? Much love to everybody. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope we all wake up to a better tomorrow. Go hug a loved one. Go be there for somebody. Or, celebrate yourself, celebrate life, have a drink, do something you enjoy. We don't always have to be so high-strung. We don't always have to be right. We don't always have to prove somebody wrong. But that doesn't mean not to always, doesn't mean to not always seek the truth. Always do that. And when a fact presents itself as a fact, respect it as that. Good night, one and all. I always read the chat after the lives at some point. This will be tomorrow morning. I still will be reading all the emails as well. Good night, you guys. Good night.